that it's all of you that put the excellence in AXW. So let me ask you again, who's ready for some AXW action? I want you on your feet right now and join me and say, let's go. Come on, everybody, get up. Come on. Get up. Join me and say, AXW. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AXW Honor.
And if I wasn't fired up already, I'm fired up now. Andrew Weinberg getting the crowd going. BP Burke here along with my broadcast colleague, Cowboy Pete Carter. And we are ready for an exciting night of AXW action. It is Honor. It is celebrating autism acceptance on National Autism Acceptance Month. And I think Dave Adams is ready to get us going.
Well, the commissioner has spoken. Now you the fans, who wants to see some professional wrestling here in Orwigsburg? As Honor kicks off with your opening contest, it will have a 15-minute time limit and it's scheduled for one fall.
Boy, I'll tell you, BP, Jaden Newman with that mask kind of scared me speechless there as he makes his way into the ring for this matchup.
The mind games start early. They start on your entrance. There you see that mask taken off. Jaden Newman ready to make his AXW debut. It is his first time here, but it is not completely unfamiliar territory. He will be going one-on-one with a very good friend of his.
Yes, that's Jarrett Diaz. So they've known each other for a long time. They've traveled up and down the roads together.
Overseas, traveled to Germany together. But Jaden Newman has made it clear that tonight is not about friendship, it is about competition. And his opponent coming through that curtain right now wouldn't have it any other way. Here comes the closer.
Now here's the thing, BP. You know, and you're familiar with the saying, familiarity breeds contempt. And we will have to see tonight if these two friends, if that goes out the window once they start competing against each other in this ring.
And they've said leading up to this match, especially Jaden Newman, I cannot promise you that there will not be an unpleasant experience here in this contest. Jaden Newman has a lot of respect for Jarrett Diaz as a man, as a colleague, but in that ring he respects no one and he makes no bones about it.
But that's the attitude you have to have if you want to be a winner. And we already see some showboating from these two to start off the match.
And that is that familiarity. You know the tendencies. If you run the roads with people, you know their philosophy, you know the way they think, you know how they act, how they react. You're going to see two competitors here who are going to know everything that is possible to know about one another without having faced one another in the ring.
Locking up now in the middle of the ring. Jade Newman taking Jarrett Diaz over. Of course, you notice there, BP, Jarrett has his left shoulder. It looks like a brace there, so we'll have to see if that comes into play in this match. Jade decides to take advantage of that.
And look at this, it's an upside down cycle here. Jarrett Diaz giving that little pat on the side saying, okay, I see what you're doing there and I respect it. But now it is Newman with the side headlock. Again, this is very much that feeling out process.
Getting back to their feet, tied up in the ropes there. Referee Ben Barnett making the count.
And you see that cravat using the ropes for leverage, taking that 5 count. It will not be completely Marquis of Queensberry rules. We are going to stretch, Jade Newman in particular is going to stretch that rule book, handshake or not, as far as it goes.
She's now squaring up. Going around.
Quick go behind there by Jarrett Diaz.
Jarrett Diaz controlling this match, the tempo early. Back and forth now. Jade Newman taking control. Trying to grab what would be a handful of hair if it was there to grab.
Looks like he was almost clawing the back of the head there for a little bit of extra leverage, palming it like a basketball.
Right now he's got that left arm of Diaz just stretched back, and now Diaz going outside looking for a rope break.
And a clean break from Jarrett Diaz.
Still in that feeling out process, though. It looks like they're still in a friendly exchange here.
No, they're not. You spoke too soon there, Pete.
Sometimes, you know, I'm not a behavioral expert there, but
it is hard to keep those tempers from flaring even a few minutes into a match.
Leapfrog by Diaz into the ropes, holds on. Newman back to his feet, ducks the clothesline, and now going for a quick cover. Look at these two. They know each other so well. They know each other's movesets.
No, they know the tendencies. There's another quick headlock takeover, but just as quick as the head scissors. And you can see Jarrett Diaz not wasting any time powering out of that one, not riding that bicycle, not riding that stair climber. He's kicking out with authority. And you can sense maybe a little frustration on the face of Jaden Newman. This is his debut here in AXW. He wants to make it a memorable one.
See, and now the last time we went for this. Oh.
But I think Jarrett Diaz
going for the roll-up now. Referee checking.
I think Jarrett Diaz knew that was coming. He knew something was up. Right to the knee, that basement drop kick, and then a double stomp to the back from Diaz.
Now we see Friendship going out. Oh, quick scoop slam there. Going now for the cover.
Oh, it's all about winning now. It is all about winning now. Maybe you can make friends. You can share a ride home possibly. You can share a drink after the match.
Jarrett Diaz over the top. Here comes Newman. Oh, he catches him square in the face with his boot, sending him back into the crowd. Going back one more time.
Diaz clearing the runway. It's a bit of a fake out, that mind game.
Oh!
But there's nothing mental about that. That is all physical agony.
That upper back just smashing down on that rock-hard ring apron. And now Diaz starting to exert control here in this match, taking things over as he picks up Jaden Newman and rolls him back into the ring.
Jarrett Diaz going to looking to use that athleticism. You saw him just take that sideways glance at the corner, at the turnbuckle, but it's going to be a springboard.
Oh, and he catches him square with that elbow right in his chin. Jaden Newman now on the receiving end of offense here for the last 30 seconds or so. Devastating impacts from Jarrett Diaz.
If the injury that you can see, the potential injury, with all those braces, all those sleeves on Jarrett Diaz, it is not showing in his work. as he wrenches on that chin lock.
Trying to claw his way out. I have to say that those earrings would be a target.
Yeah,
you know, it's Jared Diaz there flirting with disaster potentially.
Cowboy, you took the words right out of my mouth. I thought Jaden Newman was going to grab 2 handfuls of earring and pull down as hard as he could.
You don't do that to your friend, though, BP.
I don't know. It's beautiful athleticism there from Diaz. A great counter. But Newman is right there with a knee to the sternum, and delivers a tilt-a-whirl power slam.
Going for a cover now. Kicking out at 2 is Jared Diaz, and now he goes to work on that left arm.
That potentially injured left arm.
Just wrenching it and putting torque on that. Going for a submission potentially here. Smart wrestling. But wait, Diaz backs him over onto his shoulders.
You could see Diaz trying everything he could to keep that elbow bent, to keep the crook of that elbow bent. Rear waist lock. Double underhook right now applied.
Great scientific mat wrestling here from Jaden Newman, showing off what he knows. And just look at the look of agony on Jared Diaz's face. Newman just wrenching it in, just taking a hold of that arm.
Looks like you could be seeing a backslide here. Newman needs to drop the knees if that's the plan. There we go, just like Diaz just did.
Diaz got it. Only one shoulder down, though.
This is a whole other, this is pull strength. This is not push strength. A lot of the strength in wrestling is push strength, but right now, this is a pull battle.
These 2 back and forth here, and Newman has maintained control, well, had been maintaining control of that arm up until now. Now he's just crawling up and putting his full weight on Jared Diaz in that corner.
Might have had a thumb in the eye there, too. Couldn't see quite exactly if there was a thumb in the eye or not.
Diaz into the corner. Newman in hard with a clothesline in the corner. Diaz slumping down.
And now Newman feeling that energy. Looking for, no!
Gets caught by Diaz.
The athleticism of Jared Diaz has been the big difference maker for him so far in this one.
Catches him again. Diaz now going up to that middle rope. Off the top, and look at that. Oh! Newman rolling through and just picking Diaz up. The strength of Jaden Newman.
Incredible counter there, but just that quickly, Jared Diaz back into it.
Taking Jaden Newman out with that kick right to the face.
And
now Diaz over the top. Oh! He flew and he landed.
Got all of that one, did Jared Diaz. Again, that incredible athleticism. Throwing friendship out the window and then leaping right onto his close friend, Jaden Newman.
Diaz, of course, knowing he can only win this match in the ring, so he tosses Newman back inside, and now he rolls back in.
So evenly matched. Again, both these two know the test.
Out of that cover.
Out of nowhere is Jaden Newman.
Such a quick offensive strike there. Now Newman off.
Tornado DDT finds Mark and he rolls through.
He just keeps a hold of him, tosses him into the ropes. Oh! And that Diaz not going for the cover.
Diaz with an inversion of a one-man Spanish fly. That familiarity we keep mentioning, but it is a huge part of what is going on. Knowing everything your opponent is going to do before they do it.
Well, you figure they don't just train together and don't just travel together and eat together. You know, they train together. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
It's like wrestling your brother. If your brother occasionally choke you until the ref count to 5.
I was going to say Cain and Abel business right there. Diaz over the top. Now, getting him in. Whoa! Twists him over. Going for that cover. And he gets it. Jared Diaz closing out that match with a victory over Jaden Newman here at AXW Honor.
as close to a 50-50 contest as it could get, but it is the athleticism of Diaz that does the trick there, and I believe we're going to try to get a word with the closer here.
Here we hear once again for the closer, Jared Diaz. Jared, you and Jaden Newman making a statement here tonight, and that's exactly what I want to know. What is the mission statement? Come here. Come here. Come stay with me. Come stay with me. This is the thing. Jaden Newman and I are friends. For y'all that don't know, we just came back from the UK tour together. Broke great together. So anytime I can step into the ring with somebody that I respect, whether he does it back or not, that's a good thing for Jared Diaz. So for me at AXW, all I want is good days. All I want is matches with men that I can respect, get in the ring with, to tear it down for all of you people here in Pennsylvania. And let the world know that I am the closer and I handle my business. Jared Diaz! Jaden, any words? He may have hurt my respect a little bit. But hopefully I can come back and perform for all you other people here. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna go to the beach.
It seems like the friendship between Jaden Newman and Jared Diaz will survive the conflict of in-ring action.
Well, I'll tell you what, BP, what a fantastic opening contest here at AXW Recharge.
Orwigsburg is having a good time so far this evening. Remember, we have 25 raffles in the lobby ready to benefit the Autism Society of Berks County. Plus, we have a 50-50 raffle going on also to benefit the Autism Society of Berks County. You do need to be present for the 25 raffles in the lobby, and of course, before the main event, we'll show the winner of the money. But that's then, this is now, as honor continues with a mixed tag team bout.
And it's kind of an irony of sorts that on an event called Honor, we are going to see the likes of Philly Mike Swanson and Riley Crow.
Well, they are quite the couple and quite the pair, to say the least. Riley Crow, definitely the strangest bird in professional wrestling.
Of course, it was 1 month ago at New Beginnings. Riley Crow victorious over Nat Castle and Notorious Mimi with a big assist from Philly Mike Swanson, who distracted Notorious Mimi by taking Nat Castle and throwing her face first into the ring post. Was about to do the same to Notorious Mimi, but Travis Jacobs stopped that before it could happen, thankfully.
Well, Philly Mike, doing what he needs to do to keep, happy, I say happy wife, happy life, but you get the general gist here. I don't know what their situation is. But you do what you have to, and right now,
Together they are the
The Heavenly Icons, a power couple in the world of professional wrestling. Travis Jacobs, of course, he's the arena champion down at the Monster Factory. Notorious Mimi, well known for her travels and experience throughout the world of professional wrestling.
And both of them looking to become the power couple here in AXW. But that is a title they will have to take from Philly Mike Swanson and Riley Crow.
Thing is, though, you take a look at the matchup, you know, Mimi and, you know, Riley, they may be similar in stature, but there is a big difference between Travis Jacobs and Philly Mike. So Philly Mike's got his work cut out for him against the inevitable icon, Travis Jacobs.
Philly Mike Swanson wouldn't have it any other way. He is that insect that buzzes around you, and it just annoys you. It can't hurt you, but just annoys you, and he can hurt you. I'm not going to try to take that away from Philly Mike, but it's that insect that you swat at, and you think you got it. You think you caught it with the fly swatter, but you move that fly swatter, it flies away, and it gets in your face again. Philly Mike is not a stranger to being the smaller fighter in the match, the smaller wrestler in the match, and Riley Crow will fight anybody.
Oh, jeez. Lining up against Travis Jacobs. Not the best offense so far, but that got Travis's attention, that's for sure.
Riley Crow, and I will say this anytime she is in the ring, one of the best strikers right now in professional wrestling, and I'm not talking in the women's division. Those kicks are lethal. Those kicks are going to put a hurting on you that can break bones. And it is Mimi being launched in the Riley Crow.
Just laying into Riley Crow now, who quickly tags in Philly Mike. The drop toe hold right down to the mat, right in front of Travis Jacobs.
Notorious Mimi not afraid to mix it up here. Intergender action, but it will be Travis Jacobs right now. And Philly Mike Swanson.
Off the ropes, Jacobs. Oh, just a giant boot. And a leg drop from Mimi.
Philly Mike getting bounced around here.
The Heavenly Icons off to a quick start. Just taking out their frustrations, getting some vengeance on Philly Mike Swanson.
And there you see the athleticism of Philly Mike, knocking Jacobs into the corner. And there is that tenacity. That is what makes up for his lack of size. It's tenacity. He will come at you and he will not stop. He will get hit 3 times to hit you once.
Jacobs now picking up Philly Mike, who rolls over the back.
Always have to be mindful of this. Philly Mike is on a surgically repaired knee. If you want to question his toughness, he wrestled for years on a torn ACL. Finally, he is at 100%. Oh no.
Mimi in to intercept Riley Crow. We know what's coming here. Get ready to count.
Whoa, I'm going to lose count here. I've already lost count. The speed at which Philly Mike is being swung around Orwigsburg.
Meanwhile, Mimi with those knee strikes to Riley Crow takes her out of action. Philly Mike just rolling about the middle of the ring.
I think Mimi may have overheard me, and she says, "You want to see striking? I can strike."
Travis tagging in Mimi now.
Travis just went on the Gravitron. He's got to go get undizzied. And now it is the strangest bird and Notorious Mimi.
The angel of pro wrestling. Reversal now from Crow, sends Mimi into the ropes. Mimi stops herself and catches Riley Crow with that boot.
I thought we were going to see a neck breaker there, but no, I think Mimi was tangling Riley Crow's hair into her face.
Going for the cover and a kick out.
And I'm not going to go so far as to call Riley Crow the devil of professional wrestling, but Riley Crow is from the Wild Samoan Training Academy. If you were trained by the Samoans, you've got a mean streak. They beat it into you if you don't have one. And now you see Riley distracting our referee.
Oh, and Philly Mike just taking Mimi's head and smacking it off that top turnbuckle.
Philly Mike always looking for that advantage. Does live by that "no one likes us, we don't care" mantra. Still has a hand on Mimi's hair there.
Oh, nice German suplex out of the corner, takes Mimi down. Philly Mike now dropping the elbow.
Philly Mike a bit of a globetrotter himself. He is here from Pittsburgh. He was in Pittsburgh last night.
Snap suplex over the top. Mimi now in a world of world of hurt, I guess you'd say.
I'm not going to tell you.
Stomping on the fingers.
I'm not going to tell you what he said about Pittsburgh, Pete, but he dropped off a few letters and he added an SH in there somewhere. And now it is the isolate and attack strategy. Philly Mike, Riley Crow making quick tags. There are those vicious kicks.
Now Riley Crow just with the boot to Mimi's chin, just forcing that neck back.
Did you see Notorious Mimi's legs hanging off of the mat? She was being choked, literally. That leg strength of Riley Crow was propelling Notorious Mimi off the mat.
And did you see the innovative offense there from Riley Crow? And now a bulldog from Philly Mike. So close.
That head scissor driver from Riley Crow planting Mimi and Philly Mike right there to capitalize.
Mimi kicking Mike back into the corner.
And now Notorious Mimi desperate for a tag. Travis Jacobs needs to get in here. But Philly Mike able to keep that ring cut in half, at least for now. And yes, Mimi back. No, Mimi with a forearm to Crow.
Catches Crow. And now a boot to the face of Philly Mike. This is her chance. She needs to try to get past him and back to the corner and tag in Travis Jacobs.
Mimi going around with a Rana. And now a clear path. A clear path. Philly Mike doesn't know where he is. He's just reaching at air. He thinks he's in his corner.
Mimi making her way, struggling.
Actually, that path not clear at all. I misspoke. Although Philly Mike, yes.
Right there to grab that ankle.
Philly Mike playing great defense. The great wrestling IQ, but an Enziguri may have taken a few points off that IQ, and there is the tag to Jacobs.
Here comes the inevitable icon with a big clothesline in that corner. Clubbing forearms to the side of the head of Philly Mike.
Travis Jacobs, such a smart wrestler, knows how to use that power advantage. Oh!
Clubbing blows.
I believe that ring may have moved on that one.
Just tossing around Philly Mike like a rag doll.
There's Riley Crow, though.
Oh, grabbing a hold of the ponytail.
Handful of man bun is Riley Crow.
A lot of hair pulling tonight. Oh, and there's Philly Mike.
Somewhere up there, Jerry Springer is smiling. Somewhere up there, Jerry Springer is a happy, happy man.
Philly Mike now just putting the boots to Travis Jacobs there in the corner.
Directing traffic, bringing in Riley Crow.
Great tag team offense from these two. They know each other pretty well. As they double team, Travis Jacobs is effectively now taking the big man down.
And now it is Travis Jacobs being isolated. Riley Crow not afraid to mix it up here. Choking the life out of Travis Jacobs.
You take a look at the look on Travis Jacobs' face.
And I don't know if our camera caught it, but as Travis Jacobs was in the corner, Riley Crow was throwing kicks to the hip, to the kidney of Travis Jacobs.
Tagging Riley Crow back in. Forearms to the side of Travis Jacobs' head.
There goes Philly Mike, but Philly Mike caught.
Travis Jacobs getting him up. Oh, and just tossing him on top of Riley. Sending both of them crashing down to the mat. And makes the tag to Mimi.
Notorious Mimi now a little more fresh. She had a chance to recuperate on the apron. Taking Riley Crow down with that clothesline, and one for Philly Mike as well.
Mimi cleaning house. Tosses Crow into the corner, and now grabbing a hold of Philly Mike and sends him in.
And a 2-for-1 special, the boot. First of one for Philly Mike Swanson, and now one for Riley Crow. Notorious Mimi has had to stew for a month that she was robbed of what she thinks a sure victory.
Now going up to the top is Mimi. Mimi loves to fly. Double cross body, takes him down. Going for the cover.
I think maybe she would have focused that pin on just Riley Crow and not tried to pin both at the same time. Maybe that result was a little different there.
Excellent point, but Mimi, she's a hothead, as you said, after last month. I think she just wants to get her revenge on these two. Oh, spinning kick. Crow looks dazed.
Two incredibly gifted strikers here. Mimi a little too preoccupied again with Philly Mike.
Picking up Philly Mike, but he blocks him. Philly Mike reverses, sending Mimi down.
Mimi paying the price. She made this essentially a handicap match for herself.
There's Travis Jacobs back in.
And there's that power.
You see the strength. Oh, choke slam. Travis Jacobs is not a small man. There was some distance on that choke slam, and now Riley Crow.
And there are those strikes.
Wrestling Strangersburg. Look at that. Look at that from again, Travis Jacobs is not a small man, and she just took him right over.
Riley Crow every bit as vicious as she is fearless, but now it is Mimi with a crossface. We have dual submissions.
Whose man's gonna tap out first?
And now some strikes back and forth.
Kicks.
Mimi has the free leg and able to throw in a kick there. Riley Crow was not in a position to do so.
Jacobs barely rolling out of that. Catching Mimi's foot, sending her back down to the mat. And now, look at this.
That was how Riley Crow ended things at New Beginnings. Mimi had it well scouted, got out this time.
Mimi now with that headlock.
Riley Crow saying, get up. Is that a tag?
Apparently so.
The tag rope is not necessary in this one. In the ring, tags allowed for one match only.
Picking up Mimi, trying to at least. But Mimi going for a reverse, has Philly Mike up off that ropes, plants him with an EDT. Philly Mike looks out of it.
Notorious Mimi relying on that energy from AXW Nation, but again, trying to fight a battle on two fronts, and it's not working out well. Samoan drop from the Samoan-trained Riley Crow.
Now she's just dragging Philly Mike over for the cover.
He is the legal participant, but Jacobs in to break it up.
I have to tell you, this is my first time seeing Riley Crow. I am highly impressed with her, not with her courage, but also just with the offense, the strikes that she just unleashes on anybody.
Riley Crow, one of the better kept secrets in Northeast Pennsylvania, but it won't be a secret for very long.
Oh!
And she may not be in this match very long.
Jacobs' hair is down. Now he has Philly Mike. Double team effort there. Mike dropped on his face.
And Notorious Mimi gets her revenge.
Well, I'll tell you, that answers the question now as to who the power couple is here at AXW, but no shame on the part of Philly Mike and Riley Crow, because just tremendous showing from the two of them.
And if Riley Crow can hang her hat on something, she has pinned Notorious Mimi in an AXW ring. Notorious Mimi cannot say she has pinned Riley Crow. Philly Mike, yes. And we're just getting started here at Honor Autism Acceptance as Philly Mike is being pushed to the back by Riley Crow.
Poor cameraman getting in the way, fortunately there.
And up next, it's a big one up next. It is the Kings Road Slayer, Derek Neal and the hybrid Sean Carr. This one I had circled.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return here in Orwigsburg on Saturday night. May the 25th, tickets on sale now. AXWTIX.com. Are you having a good time up there in the bleachers? How about you over here in the seats and enjoy yourselves? Today's action brought to you in part by Hulu Brewing, the official brewing company for AXW Honor. As our action continues with this next contest, it will have a 15-minute time limit.
Oh, do I love me some Kilgaroo Brewing. We have some great sponsors here. I neglected to mention at our last contest, Philly Mike Swanson and Riley Crow, brought to us by Shits and Giggles. SCHITZ, I want to make sure I have that.
Spelling is important.
Yeah, spelling counts when you're talking about them. The hybrid Shankar Saint came so close last month at New Beginnings to defeating a member of the bloodline, Lance Anwai. And he might not be facing an oos, but he is facing one of the toughest men in professional wrestling today, the King's Road Slayer, making his return to AXW.
It's going to be a tremendous matchup between these two.
This is going to be as hard-hitting as it gets.
And I'll tell you, BP, anyone who comes out to the ring to Johnny Cash automatically gets a little extra respect for me, but also puts a little extra fear in me, because there's a certain mindset that embraces some of the darker aspects of Johnny Cash, some of the sadness that manifests itself. But
and this is a very serious man, Derek Neal. Before Honor started, we taped an episode of Recharge here tonight in Orwigsburg. We had some great high-flying action. You're not going to see that here. You're going to see two guys, two hard hitters, just go at it tooth and nail.
Locking up now. Derek Neal, oh, just takes Shankar over.
The mat expertise between these two, the ring IQs of Derek Neal and Shankar off the charts. If there was a wrestling version of Mensa, you're looking at two members of it.
Neal now just wrenching on Shankar's arm. Gets him back to the feet, just continues to control that there, the left wrist.
It's all about leverage, it's all about using your body and positioning your body to make the most effectiveness with the least amount of effort. And there you see it, Shankar now leaning on Derek Neal. But Derek Neal going for that waist lock. He could try to throw his way out of this. Nope, it's going to be an Irish whip.
Off the ropes, collision, but neither man goes down.
Not that time.
Neal gets the better
Not that time
of that impact.
That mean, nasty King's Road Slayer. If you try to run through him, he will cut you down. Johnny Cash had it right.
You have to consider what's the strategy, BP, in this match for either of these competitors in terms of trying to get an advantage when they're evenly matched with their ring knowledge. They're both powerful, they're both big.
I think at some point you just try to survive. And as you saw on your graphic right there, later tonight we have an 8-way ladder match. In the wider shots tonight, when we did the Pledge of Allegiance, you may have seen that title belt hanging over the ring. It is the 8-man ladder match to crown the 2024 World Autism Championship. And then the big one, Matt Quaid defends that AXW title against Goldie in our main event of the evening.
That should be a tremendous matchup. Two talented young competitors going at it for the AXW Championship.
And right now, Derek Neal, who could be very firmly in contention for a shot at that AXW title with a win here. Same for Shankar. But oh no, Neal's knee. You see that that heavily protected knee seems to have gone out.
Referee checking on him.
Shankar
pushing the referee out of the way.
Going right to work.
Always dangerous. Never put your hands on a referee.
And here you see Shankar firing that injured knee down to the canvas.
Working on that. That's smart strategy there. Vicious strategy, of course, from Shankar, seeing that injury and taking full advantage of it.
When you're in the ring with somebody the caliber of Derek Neal, you take any advantage you can. If you sense a weakness, you have to capitalize on it, or you're going to eat a lot of shots like that one.
Oh, Derek Neal fighting through the pain, but Shankar right back to that knee with a basement drop kick.
A very cerebral wrestler is Shankar. And here you see the master at work.
Derek Neal trying to get some feeling, movement back into that knee.
is sometimes if you jam up that knee, if you can kick it the right way, if you can make the right manipulation to that knee, you can maybe not make it feel better, make it feel good, but you can make it feel a little better. You can get a little bit more feeling.
Shankar just wrenching away, getting his bell rung.
Beautiful bell claps from Derek Neal. Now just raining forearms, doing anything he can to get out of that hold. It is that animal instinct. It takes hold when you're injured. He is an injured animal backed into a corner, which makes Derek Neal all the more dangerous.
Taking and catching Shankar with his good leg. Oh,
big lariat.
Just took his head nearly off of his shoulders, sending him down.
And the Kings Road Slayer now.
Oh.
Feeling it. That adrenaline is going to make that knee hurt a little bit less. It'll kill him after tonight. He'll wake up at 2 in the morning screaming in pain.
Oh, so close. Catching Carr right across the throat.
But a lot of wrestlers I've talked to have all had that same ideal, that winning can soothe a lot of those late night pains.
Absolutely. Winning in Tiger Ball.
Those are the real tag team champions.
Right? And look at this. Flurry of offense there. Strikes from Shankar, now picking up Derek Neal.
And now you're seeing the athleticism of Shankar at work. Beautiful moonsault, finds the mark.
Going for that cover hook in the leg.
The mobility of Shankar, even before the injury to Derek Neal, was probably the advantage was in Shankar's field. But now, with Derek Neal effectively on one leg, Shankar can really use those distance strikes.
Neal catches him. Carr back around behind, now just back and forth with the waist locks.
There you see such highly proficient wrestlers. And oh no!
Holding on to the ref.
Low blow from Carr. Distracted the ref, able to mule kick right where he wanted to.
That kick probably took Derek Neal out.
Yes, it did.
Square on the side of the face.
Shankar has very few holes in his game. You saw an excellent performance there, and you need to be excellent. X stands for excellence in AXW. Shankar was excellent there, but the biggest thing he did, he won that match with his mind and with his killer instinct, capitalizing on that knee injury. And I don't like the tactics, but that low blow was what made the difference in the end.
Absolutely, that knee injury was a turning point of the match. Derek Neal fighting from behind for the rest of it from that point on. Sean Neal's your winner here tonight at AXW Honor.
Shankar avenges the loss to Lance Anoa'i, moves up the rankings, and endears himself to the AXW Nation.
$50 raffle tickets on sale around ringside now. We'll show the winner before tonight's main event. Half the money going directly to the Autism Society of Berks County. The other half went to the lucky winner. We also have 25 raffles in the lobby, also fully benefiting the Autism Society of Berks County. You must be present to win those raffles in the lobby. And of course, you must be present to win the raffle for the money later tonight. This is honor as our star-studded spectacular continues with a Orwigsburg Vision contest. We will have a 15-minute time limit.
The women's division here in AXW heating up, the fastest growing division in American Excellence Wrestling.
Nat Castle making her way out.
Last month, Nat Castle found herself on the receiving end of a sneak attack from Philly Mike Swanson, and I think she has made an adjustment here. That is Los Toxicos with her. She has some muscle.
Smart move, you know, if you have someone that works on trying to take you out, bring in some backup.
Sometimes it may have only taken one time for Nat Castle. Sometimes if you're the victim of those sneak attacks or those underhanded tactics, you tend to decide to go on the offensive, for lack of a better term. You decide to do unto others before they can do unto you. And that may be what we're seeing here.
The AXW fans warming up very quickly to Ava Everett as she makes her way through the crowd. Gearing up for her match with Latina Spice, Nat Castle.
The Y2 Cutie is quickly going to become a favorite of AXW Nation here.
So BP, I just want to jump back to something you said earlier. So Philly Mike attacked Nat Castle, and of course Philly Mike attacked Notorious Mimi.
Yes, at the very end of the three-way contest between Notorious Mimi, Nat Castle, Riley Crow last month, Riley Crow gets the win largely because Philly Mike distracts Notorious Mimi by throwing Nat Castle into the ring post.
So Philly Mike really is from Northeast Philly, is what you're trying to say. Yeah,
he's
it's genetic.
all of the embodiment of any negative stereotype. All of those negative stereotypes about Philadelphians were formed into one ball of hatred, and that hatred grew to become Philly Mike Swanson.
There's a lot of lead paint up there. Meanwhile, Nat Castle and Ava Everett locking up in the center of the ring here. Everett with a headlock now.
And we do want to thank everybody watching here on Xcellence.tv. If you can't make it out to Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, it's a great way to catch all of the AXW action. And it's a great time to tell somebody, if you're enjoying the show, say, hey, you got to check out this AXW. It is the hottest thing. Wrestling is back in Schuylkill County and is better than ever. And right now, Nat Castle taking her time.
Making her way back into the ring. Just had to regroup for a second there.
And Ava Everett doing a great job staying composed. She's not letting those Toxicos get in her head. She is not letting the stall tactics of Nat Castle get into her head. Or if she is not showing it.
Cool and composed.
Strike to the back of the head from Nat Castle. A few strikes to the back of the head. That is a very dangerous place to be hit.
Grabbing a handful of hair, but a reversal now. Oh! Castle's face smashing off the turnbuckle.
Ava Everett a little longer, has a little bit of a reach advantage here, can create some distance between herself and Castle if she wants to, but right now, she is opting for the more direct approach.
Jawing now with Los Toxicos on the outside.
And now it is Ava Everett taking Nat Castle on a grand tour of all the turnbuckles. She has visited half of them, and she could be ready for number 3 here.
Well, if you're going to go see them all.
Maybe not.
Up. Everett picking Castle up. The strength of Ava Everett. Just carrying her around.
Nonchalantly. Like she could have had her up all day. before coming down with that power slam.
Well, you know, she's spending time in her Y2Q bunker. There's not much to do in that bunker other than lift weights, work out, and get stronger.
And that strength paying off here. Right now, Nat Castle very much having a Y2QT problem.
Look at this.
As Nat Castle possibly being carried off to into the sunset. We are losing daylight hours here in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. But here comes Ava Everett. No! Tripped up. Los Toxicos making their presence felt.
Oh! You know, that's what you have to do when you're. Oh, very close there. When your friend has been victimized, as Nat Castle was, you just need to watch her back, and that's what Los Toxicos are doing on the outside.
Nat Castle very much adopting the tactics that defeated her, and now choking Ava Everett in the corner.
Boot right to the chest there.
Castle staying on it here, not giving Ava Everett a chance. Standing.
Just look at that, just crushing her chest against that middle rope.
That throw was against the rope, and now more choking as Nat Castle distracts the official.
This is very quickly has turned into a 3-on-1 handicap match. But Everett still in, is kicking out at 1.
And now Nat Castle just going to work with punches and kicks, hands full of hair, whatever it takes. That seems to be the new motto for the Latina Spice. And coming up later tonight, one of the big ones, the AXW tag team titles on the line. Wonderboy Brian Morris, Wet Brett Waters defending against the Ace of Space Academy's GKM and MSG.
A lot of initials there, but I'm looking forward to that match.
Max St. Giovanni. I'm not quite sure what GKM stands for, but Max St. Giovanni, the younger brother of the head of the Ace of Space Academy, LSG, who will be in action himself later tonight against the big bad kaiju, O'Shea Edwards. There you see it. And there you see Nat Castle with that armbar applied, but Ava Everett fighting her way out, kneeing her way, or Nat Castle with a knee to Ava Everett, excuse me.
Tossing Everett into the corner now. Castle backing up.
Stirring up that spice.
Oh, gets caught on her way in.
A little bit of a spicy elbow of her own.
Back and forth these two, trading blows. Seems like Everett, if she had composure before, she has lost it now.
Well, those are some wild swings. There's not a lot of form behind that, but there's a lot of power. That is anger. That is frustration at Los Toxicos, frustration at all the double and triple teaming she's had to encounter. And it's being taken out right now on Latina Spice Nat Castle.
Grabbing a hold, coming out of that corner. Oh, drives her face down into the mat. Everett fired up in this crowd supporting her.
AXW Nation has found a favorite here. They love Notorious Mimi, but they're starting to love Ava Everett as well.
Everett picking Castle up again, showing us that strength. Dropping her down.
That was an amazing adjustment. I thought she was going for a pendulum backbreaker, spins it out into a sit-out powerbomb of sorts.
Everett now with a waist lock. Trying to keep control, but Castle reverses.
Rakes the back. And now Nat Castle looks to have targeted the arm.
Oh, has that left arm. Twisting.
A knee attack before, and now wrenching back on the arm, trying to pop that shoulder joint out. But you see Ava Everett keeping that elbow bent. That is
rolling
the key.
Over. Twisting that arm in ways that the human anatomy is not supposed to twist. Everett now, wait a second.
Los Toxicos getting involved again. Ava Everett taking her eye off the ball. She may live to regret it, but Nat Castle is dazed. No, she's not.
Takes her up by the knee.
Could have been playing possum there a little bit.
Oh.
And now vicious kicks.
Strikes to the midsection.
A little bit of a size discrepancy here, but Ava Everett is shorter when she's on her knees. 1, 2.
So close there, drops her down. Catches her squarely on that face with the boot. And Castle wisely rolling outside.
Los Toxicos helping Nat Castle. But here comes Ava Everett.
She takes all three of them out.
The tope gets all three.
Bodies in crumpled heaps on the mats here.
Nat Castle wiped out. Los Toxicos wiped out. Ava Everett, if she is going to pounce, it is right here while Los Toxicos are recuperating. This is her chance.
Getting it back to a one-on-one sit down.
Driving Nat Castle's spine first.
And gets it. Ava Everett overcoming the odds, overcoming the double and triple team for an impressive win against Latina Spice, Nat Castle.
Nat Castle thought that dark turn, that adopting those underhanded tactics would be the key to victory. But Ava Everett shows that if you fight hard enough, that if you're good enough, you can do it the right way. And you did not see things there in the background. They are setting up the ladders because up next, one of the feature matches of tonight, we are going to have the match for the 2024 Autism Championship. 8 fighters vying for that very prestigious honor of being the second Autism champion.
Now, BP, you told me a little bit about this championship before.
We have a raffle in the lobby way, 25 items to be raffled off. The money going directly to the Autism Society of Bucks County, also 50-50 to benefit the same cause. We also have a gun raffle going on at the concession stand. The gun raffle is $10 a ticket. Winner will be joined at a future date and you don't need to be present. But you do need to be present for all of the Autism Society benefits tonight. With that said, everybody have a good time. It's about to get a whole lot better. Hold on to your seats as this isn't a way. Ladder match. And it is for the 2024 World Autism Championship. Now, in this match, there are no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way to win is to be our first competitor to climb the ladder by any means necessary and obtain possession of the company's 2024 World Autism Championship hanging above the ring. And now let's bring out those competitors.
Of course, in 2023, it was the Robbie Rumble, and that is the namesake, Robbie, of the Autism Championship. One of the members of the AXW family here, and one of the big reasons that we celebrate autism acceptance.
Coming out and climbing up that ladder.
Are you also paying attention to who goes under the ladder? That is always a very interesting choice. That is always a very interesting choice to make. Do you believe in luck? Do you believe in the juju, or do you not? Jay Haru is going to make that climb.
Imagine in his head what it would be like to climb that ladder and grab that Autism Championship. It's going to be a stiff competition tonight, BP. 8 people in this match. No rules, anything goes.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be one of the highlights of the night, but one of the toughest matches to call, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
He's the Xcellence of execution.
here, don't they?
Oh, they adore Tommy Vex in AXW. Although some say this should be your AXW champion, a very controversial night at New Beginnings, shoving down Papa Quay. Papa Quay comes in later that night to count the 1, 2, 3 on Tommy Vex. But this is his second chance to leave Orwigsburg with some gold.
And let's not forget about Mary Elizabeth, always a dangerous factor in any of Tommy Vex's matches. She's almost like a ninth competitor in these matches. She could factor in that way.
She most certainly is, and she is always watching Tommy's back. But here comes one of the real favorites of AXW Nation.
Joe Clean. Armed with his brooms and his blue liquid cleaner. I guess it's a Windex derivative.
I hope not, because he likes to drink that stuff.
That'll do terrible things to your kidneys. I think the exciting thing is those brooms are legal. He could use those brooms in this match tonight.
And there's a face full of kale for Jay Haru. Leo Sparrow, you might look at him, he's a little undersized. Compared to some of his competition here, you might think he's an underdog, but he is the underdog in most of the matches he wins, and he finds a way to win a lot of them. Fresh off a huge upset over Tony Deppen, former Ring of Honor TV champion Tony Deppen at New Beginnings, and now it could be an Autism championship in his future.
Absolutely impressive there from Leo Sparrow. Pelting people with kale, which actually is the best use for kale, I find.
Don't tell Leo that. A proud vegan, Leo Sparrow. It's raining everything here.
My face feels flush, and my heart flutters, and my pulse quickens. Love Doug makes his way to the ring. I miss his wings, but I just feel better knowing that Love Doug is here.
I think it's a Notorious Mimi's rider. She's the only one that gets wings.
That makes a lot of sense.
But love is in the air whenever Love Doug is in the building. If nothing else, he will be the 2024 Mullet Champion. Oof.
There are choices, and then there's the mullet choice.
If you're going to go all out like Love Doug did.
He's committed.
This is the first of 3 times we will see the Ace of Space Academy tonight. Everybody's just abusing poor Jay Haru over there. Just 2 hands to the cheeks for Jay Haru. But it is the power hitter of the Ace of Space Academy. Usually the power hitter goes fourth. He's going first tonight, Colton Charles.
Colton Charles with an impressive athletic background. That size and strength coming from his background as a Division I rugby athlete.
And yes, your eyes don't deceive you. Tommy Vex is in the crowd. the mainstays of AXW, one of the cornerstones of AXW is Serious Business Andy Header. Getting some love from Papa Quay. Header and Quay have had some big battles in the past, some big battles together. Fighting off the golden era, fighting off Tommy Vex and his crew. There is wrestling royalty, and then there is wrestling royalty. And the greatest family in the history of professional wrestling, well represented tonight by Lance Anoa'i, the grandson of the Wild Samoan Alpha, the son of the head shrinker, the member of the Samoan SWAT team, Samu. His family, his father, his grandfather have done so much to enrich professional wrestling here in Eastern Pennsylvania. So many of the great wrestlers that have come out of this area have been trained by Lance's father, by his grandfather before him. And tonight he has to take on 7 other men.
Plus Mary Elizabeth.
Plus Mary Elizabeth, yes.
Can't forget her.
But there you see Tommy Vex slowly coming into view, taking his time. Tommy and Mary Elizabeth, master tacticians, both of them. Tommy doesn't need real eyes in the back of his head. Mary Elizabeth is an extra set of eyes and ears and an incredible mind for the professional wrestling game. A master strategist in her own right, and she could be the X Factor. Joe Clean thinks he doesn't need the ladder.
Here's the thing, though. You could be a master strategist, but I don't know how much strategy actually comes into play when you have this many people in the ring.
No, if we're being honest, Mary Elizabeth is going to help him cheat.
Well,
that's what's going to happen here. But it's not cheating because anything goes.
Anything goes.
So that's the beautiful part.
So it's not. So yeah. So Ronnie Moses doesn't have to come out and arrest him.
I think Ronnie Moses is only interested in Ronnie Moses, if we're being perfectly honest.
Starting off, Tommy Vex taking off that shirt in the middle of the ring.
Welcome to the gun show. Tommy Vex. Oh! Face full of cleaning solution. That is a very caustic chemical.
We are off here now in this ladder match.
And it is the favorite pastime of AXW, beating up Tommy Vex.
So he gets tossed to the outside, and now.
And now the free-for-all begins. Love Doug left without a dance partner. I feel bad for Love Doug.
Well, you know, make Love Doug, not war. I mean, that's the philosophy you got to follow here.
Love Doug now flying through the air.
Rose petals everywhere.
Truly the Cupid of professional wrestling. He's going up the ladder.
Love Doug, you got to have the ladder in the ring to climb up and get the belt.
Mary Elizabeth taking refuge in the crowd. But here comes Header with a beautiful tope. The action all over the building here. Lance Anoa'i and Joe Clean, 2 of the big ones in this match. 2 of the heavier hitters. Oh no. Jay Haru.
Take his time. Oh, Lance. Oh, just sends him to the outside.
Lance Anoa'i yeeting Jay Haru into most of the other competitors. And now you're going to see Air Samoa take flight, or will he?
No.
Colton Charles swings to the fences and knocks it out of the park.
Two of the biggest men in this match facing off in the ring, and now Charles is grabbing a ladder. First man to go for a ladder, it looks like. He takes it apart.
That Ace of Space Academy has a long way to go to meet up with the, and there's a beautiful baseball slide by Andy Header. That Ace of Space Academy has a long way to go to meet up with the Wild Samoan Academy as far as prestige, but a win here from Colton Charles will go a long way. And now Joe Clean and Header. This is a great spot, being the only two in the ring. But you have to be the only one in the ring here, which is so next to impossible with 8 wrestlers.
Can I say it?
Go for it.
Joe Clean cleaning house.
Ah! I see what you did there, and I see what Joe Clean did there. Throwing Andy Header back first into that ladder.
Now Love Doug gets sent into the corner. Big splash from Joe.
Joe Clean now.
Joe Clean does everything. He can get rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. He can clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
He is trying to magically erase 7 other competitors, but right now it is Andy Header that is in control of this one.
I like that.
I'm here all night.
So much going on here in this match as Andy Header gets the ladder in the center of the ring there.
Andy Header in center stage. He has had so many championships in his storied career. One of the most decorated, celebrated wrestlers in all of AXW.
Colton Charles, though, trying to stop. They're trying to end this match early here, but Colton Charles just catches Andy Header.
And now Andy Header catching a backache. And Tommy Vex, ever the opportunist, but no, Tommy, no. Oh, no.
He's going to get a choke slam off that ladder for his trouble. Rolling to the outside.
Colton Charles might want to stop dancing and start climbing. He doesn't have to climb very far. One of the taller participants, if not the tallest participant in this match.
I'm sensing, though, there seems to be a little hesitation. Like, he could have this here. BP, he could have, there's no one else around. And you look at him, he is agonizing about climbing that ladder.
I think it's safe to say that we may have a little bit of a fear of heights here.
I mean,
you can see, like, just even that first step was too much for him.
As powerful as he is, he's out over the top rope now.
And there's a thunderous drop for Colton Charles, but it's a little different when you're in that stable ring and not on a wobbly ladder, especially somebody that big. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to climb up that ladder either.
Vex, meanwhile, as Love Doug and Leo Sparrow look to have competing rose petal kale fights here. Ducks under the ladder there.
And Tommy Vex gets a double shot.
Trapped under that ladder now. Leo Sparrow just putting the boots to him.
Beautiful crescent kick from Lance on Hawaii. One for Header as well. And it is the Oos all alone. What's another championship in a long and storied history of championships for that Anawa'i family.
Grabbing a ladder now. This will be his first attempt to climb up and grab that belt.
That's Hawaii clearing the way. The ring is full of sweat, kale, and rose petals, which is an interesting combination. I think that's the cologne I'm wearing too. Lance has his hand on the belt.
Did you say that's the worst Yankee candle I've ever heard of?
That's a tough one, yeah. And now it is Jay Haru doing everything he can to keep Lance on Hawaii from securing the victory. That belt is swinging. Lance goes flying.
Off the ladder, Jay Haru taking out Lance Hawaii.
Saying he yeeted Lance. Oof. And now it is Jay Haru with a clear path to victory. But it doesn't stay clear for so long. Here comes the big man. If Colton Charles is going to have some difficulties with climbing tonight, his best bet might be for somebody to loosen that belt so it falls and he catches it.
That
because he has that reach advantage. He may be able to even jump in the snap belt. That's how tall he is.
But keep in mind, for Colton Charles, a power-based offense. You know, he's not an Ace of Space Academy. You're not going to see him doing a 450 off the top rope.
But you are going to see a ladder swing.
Taking out everybody.
Why? Just let him spit himself out. What are you doing, Love Dog? No.
This reminds me of that. They're like movie ninjas. They're just not using their head.
They are not. All adrenaline, no brains. The only brains, Mary Elizabeth Wisely staying out there. But now a very dizzy Colton Charles is faced with the same dilemma he had before. Nope, he's down.
Too much spin.
But Colton the first back up, everybody else still picking bits of metal and yellow paint out of their mouths. Colton Charles now very gingerly climbing that ladder. No, he can't do it.
You can do it, Colton. What are you doing? Why are you taking the ladder apart? Maybe.
Face your fears. Lance Hawaii has one of our seating markers, and he's threatening Mary Elizabeth with it.
Tommy Vex coming close to us over here.
This is not, you want to stay as far away from Tommy Vex as possible in any circumstance, but especially in a match like this. Lance Hawaii could be throwing a basketball hoop at him next. Wait, Colton Charles has a step ladder. Can he do it?
He may.
Can he reach?
Just, on his tiptoes.
He can't
fall off
it.
the ladder. Here comes, Joe Clean.
Joe Clean has a step ladder as well.
It's a slightly larger step ladder.
And now, high stakes. High stakes, they could fall.
Super dangerous.
They could fall 8 to 10 inches off of that ladder.
Colton Charles picking up Joe Clean now.
No.
He's not going to try to he's not going to try to take him off the top of this ladder. Oh, devastating.
Fireman's carry drop.
He must have fallen at least 3 feet.
There's that height from Colton Charles, which is enough, but that extra few inches certainly doesn't tickle, and now a chair to the gut. Jay Haru now.
Colton Charles, poor Colton Charles could have had this match won on a couple occasions.
Tommy Vex ducks under a wild swing, delivers the DDT to Jay Haru. Oh no, not Tommy, anybody but Tommy Vex, no!
Tommy Vex is smart, he takes his opportunities.
From the top of, that's too ridiculous even for Tommy Vex, he's going to the big ladder.
Climbing to the top, what is he thinking?
Jay Haru trying to get there to stop Tommy Vex's attempt at whatever offensive maneuver he's going for. He clearly is not going for the title right now.
Leo Sparrow.
Tommy Vex begging Leo Sparrow to not meddle with that ladder.
So far, Sparrow is complying. He's amenable.
Leo Sparrow is going to allow Tommy Vex to do whatever Tommy Vex would like to do.
Okay.
And Leo Sparrow sits up. Who didn't see that coming? Tommy Vex.
Tommy Vex did, yeah.
I may have overstated Tommy Vex's intelligence a little bit earlier. Mary Elizabeth clearly the brains of the operation.
Catching a step ladder to the face. Now Leo Sparrow going up top.
No permission required, but you can see Love Dog advancing. Leo's got to move.
Oh, splash from almost the top of that ladder. Tommy Vex had to have the wind knocked out of him. Possible damage to his ribs. Joe Clean tossing out Sparrow.
Joe Clean now looking for that belt, looking for that ladder. He may have an opportunity here.
Can you imagine if he wins this? He's going to polish that thing. It's going to look so nice and so good on him.
He will be a sparkling representative for Autism Acceptance.
Andy Header on the outside. Joe Clean
He's going to. I don't know if this is a good idea, Joe.
Well, yeah, but think about it.
Boot prints all over it,
Boot prints all over it.
This may not be the easiest ladder to climb now. You've just wet it.
What could possibly go wrong? But hey.
Oh, Jay Haru now. Knocks down Joe Clean.
Trying to climb up there.
Jay Haru slides off the ladder. The cleaning solution preventing Jay Haru from reaching the top. Now Joe Clean himself preventing it.
Big stunner.
And now
Colton Charles back in. Once again an opportunity. Jay Haru is down. He's stacking ladders.
Colton Charles may have dropped that right on Mary Elizabeth's foot.
Just picking up Jay Haru now. Looking to do some
no.
damage. Ill intentions. Oh, on that ladder.
Power slam right on that ladder. Shards of metal going right into the back of Jay Haru. We know Colton Charles has hops. If he hops high enough, he might be able to grab that title, but no.
Oh!
Big Vader bomb onto the ladder.
That splash.
Uh-oh, here comes Lance Anoa'i. Oh, picture perfect super kick.
Right on that chin. And Colton Charles out of the ring. He might not know what day it is.
Long before the guys from Reseda popularized that kick, Lance's father and his uncle Fatu were throwing kicks like that a long, long time ago, and he has perfected it. And the crowd wanted tables. Lance Anoa'i is going to give them tables.
Anything goes in this ladder match. Bodies strewn everywhere, chairs, step ladders.
It has to be driving Joe Clean insane that there's so much kale and rose petals and tables and ladders all over the place. He's probably barely keeping his head in this match with all the stuff all over the floor. But now Lance Anoa'i looks like he may be securing. No, it's Tommy Vex in with the save.
Getting in there just barely in time. Oh.
Yep, Tommy is not smart at all.
No.
I was so wrong. I was so wrong. You do not headbutt a member of the Anoa'i family.
What is he going to do?
No. Lance Anoa'i taking Tommy for a ride. Tommy escapes.
Thank goodness.
And that would have ended very poorly for Mr. Vex.
Climbing up that other side of the ladder now.
He would have been going to Mexico City in a body cast.
Ooh.
Oh! Lance Anoa'i falls through that ladder. The officials in to check on him. That ladder split, crunched into pieces.
And now Tommy Vex, this is his opportunity. He is on the wrong side of the ladder though.
Andy Header into the fireman's carry.
What's Header gonna do?
Mary Elizabeth grabs the leg. Oh no.
Smart on Mary Elizabeth's part.
Love Dog with the Uranagi, but here comes Leo Sparrow.
Knee to the head takes out Love Doug.
Leo Sparrow sensing the opportunity for a victory here. But Tommy Vex is right there to put a stop to that. Tommy scrambling up the ladder.
Look at him. I've never seen a wrestler climb a ladder that fast. He's almost there. Just one more step.
Could not get he was too desperate swinging for the belt. He was knocking it farther away from himself. Gave Leo Sparrow just enough time to put some distance in there.
Now these two at the top of the ladder just exchanging blows. Clubbing forearms.
Sparrow getting the better of it, raining punches down.
A slap right to the side of Sparrow's face, it looked like there.
What a wild one this has been.
Vex has his hand on the belt.
Sparrow says no. Sparrow says no. He does not want to get hit with that belt. He does not know if it is vegan-sourced leather.
And here we have Mary Elizabeth in the ring.
Mary Elizabeth grabbing onto that ankle. Thrown aside. Tommy Vex has a hand on the belt.
He's so close. Oh, Sparrow through the table.
Unbelievable. Tommy Vex alone. Tommy Vex knows he's got this. Oh no, in the background it's Joe Clean. Oh, busting the broom over Tommy's back.
Cleaning up, taking out the trash, as it were. And now Joe up to the top of that ladder.
He got it!
Joe Clean persevering, overcoming 7 other competitors and Mary Elizabeth to win the 2024 Autism Championship here at AXW Honor.
The Sultan of Sanitation is now also the 2024 Autism Champion. Gets to boast about that for a year until 2025, and maybe he'll be back to defend his Autism Championship at that point. Hard-fought win by Joe Clean, hard-fought by all competitors.
Just some crazy offense throughout that entire match.
You can see the frustration on Tommy Vex, on Andy Hedder, who came so close to breaking that one up.
Let's not forget Colton Charles. Impressive showing from him. So close. He had so many opportunities, he just wasn't able to do it. Joe Clean is your winner. And now the question, BP, is will Joe Clean clean the ring?
I hope so, but later tonight we got tag team title action. We've got the Kaiju against LSG. So much action yet to come, our title match.
You're not going to tell me to stand up. I'll stand up when I don't want to stand up. Listen to me. What do you want? What's hard is Joe Clean. I don't care if it's in a cage. I don't care if it's driving around the highway. I don't care where it is. I want Joe Clean. Do you fans want to see him against Joe Clean? AXW nationwide? I'll tell you what, you're going to get it. May the 25th, right here in this building, when AXW presents American Dreams. And it's going to be your nightmare. You know why? Because it's going to be a match with foreign objects. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Then that's what they're going to get.
Foreign objects legal.
You're going to care, because we are AXW! 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 AXW!
Commissioner Andrew Weinberg makes it official. It will be foreign objects legal, or may I say international objects legal, at American Dreams, May 25th. Joe Clean, the Autism Champion, against Tommy Vex.
That's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight between those two.
And we're going to take a little break here to get the ring cleaned up. Joe Clean's going to celebrate. We're going to have a good time, and we will be back with the second half of Honor Autism Acceptance.
Okay, was anybody else like me and you tried to look away, but you just had to keep watching?
No.
Team Baby Daddy back and better than ever. One more time, can I get a woo? We are American Excellence Wrestling. This is Honor. As our star-studded showcase continues with this next bout, it will have a 15-minute time limit. 15 minutes. Your referee, Mr. Johnny Rankin.
And not that we haven't had a great night of action so far. But you are looking at Miles Hawkins, who is tearing it up all through the Mid-Atlantic, the Delmarva area, Pennsylvania, Point South. Mr. 99 overall, superstar, X-Factor, #1 draft pick.
Excited to see what he can do in the ring, BPs.
When this card was put down, there were a few matches I circled. This might have been the one that was circled and starred.
Stern test, though, tonight. Against the Galaxy's only hero. Sean Legacy, of course, defeating Guarantee Mike Z last month at New Horizon.
What an impressive performance it was. The younger members of the AXW Nation, a little intimidated by Sean Legacy, but they love him nonetheless. And this is a walking, breathing superhero. But he's going to have to be superhuman because he is up against one of the fastest rising stars in all of professional wrestling in 99 overall, Miles Hawkins. Something's got to give.
That's one thing, though, with Miles Hawkins. You know, I was taking a look at his social media before this show started, and he feels like people are underrating him, that people are not seeing the potential that you very clearly see. So tonight it's going to be a little bit of a showcase for anyone that doubts Miles Hawkins. He's going to try to put those doubts to rest.
Well, he calls himself Mr. 99 overall. That means there is no room for improvement. He envisions himself a perfect professional wrestler. And I don't know if he's perfect, but he is very, very good. But he is up against somebody equally as talented. The bell has rung. This is one we could be talking about for a long, long time.
And I do believe this is the first time these two have met in a ring.
First meeting. But that feeling out process will probably not last long because these are two wrestlers who, there you see, Legacy picking that leg.
Right down quick. Just as fast.
These are two wrestlers on another level.
Hawkins taking his time, and oh,
the disrespect.
And some more disrespect.
The disrespect from Miles Hawkins.
That is no way to treat a superhero, that's for sure. Legacy not having any of it. Look at these strikes.
Standing moonsault gets two, a very quick two.
Super impressive here. Sean Legacy just looking great.
His attitude may be questionable, but the skill of Miles Hawkins is not, and he almost had a very quick night here, and he is making sure that he gets back in this.
Quick flurry of offense here from Hawkins. Taking it to Legacy.
On fire.
Off the ropes, catches him with that elbow. Right on the nose, it looked like. Legacy might be a little bit groggy from that.
Sean Legacy now, shaking loose. Checking the jaw.
Making sure all the teeth are still there.
Miles Hawkins trying to slow things down there with a side headlock, but Sean Legacy is going to return to that run, that stick and move. distant strikes and moves so fast we can't call him, Cowboy.
It is crazy here. This offense from Miles Hawkins, everything that you said it would be.
But right now it is Sean Legacy firmly in control.
Legacy picking him back up, trying to get him back into the ring.
Blocks the kick, does Hawkins.
Oh, it just drapes his throat right over that top rope. And now takes him down with the clothesline.
All power, all speed. Again, 99 overall. The perfect prospect. Excellence inside and outside the ring. That is what Miles Hawkins prides himself on. Vicious scoop slam. Right for a cover. Two. No, just a one. You don't see many matches end with a scoop slam. That's why.
Oh, wait.
Still to come, those tag team titles. The Golden Era against the Ace of Space Academy. That's a big one we're waiting with bated breath for. The Kaiju, O'Shea Edwards, and the Ace of Space himself, LSG. And then our main event, the Hammer and Born Better, McQuay and Goldie. But we got a big one right now as Miles Hawkins uncorks a chop and Sean Legacy gives it right back, but a punch to the face does it for Miles Hawkins.
These two going at each other, giving everything into the corner there with a clothesline. High knee from Miles Hawkins takes down Sean Legacy.
We have seen everything that Miles Hawkins brings to the table so far, the power, the speed, the agility. The troubling part for him is Sean Legacy. If he's not at a 99 overall, he's at a 98, 97 with a Superstar X Factor development trait.
Right now, Hawkins just taking his time, stalking Sean Legacy there against the ropes. Picking him up now.
Clean break there and a chop to Sean Legacy.
Oh, another vicious chop.
That crack, that gunshot.
You certainly heard that.
That vicious, vicious chop from Miles Hawkins.
Hawkins now.
Sean Legacy did not want another of those.
Goes for it, returns one of his own. Legacy now just chopping away on Miles Hawkins.
And again, those are not fireworks. Those are not anything other than hand-meeting flesh. Those stinging chops. I don't think Sean Legacy's still recovered.
Kicks now to the midsection, and now Legacy's face driven into the turnbuckle. He's rolling to the outside.
Great situational awareness there from Miles Hawkins, who is now climbing to that top rope.
Looking to take advantage while Legacy is dazed on the outside. Oh, big hammer blow off the top. Turnbuckle to the outside.
That double axe handle, Macho Man Randy Savage could not have done it better himself. Miles Hawkins endearing himself to the AXW Nation.
Here comes Legacy.
Legacy. If anything, he's too athletic. He may have not gotten all he wanted of it. He may have overshot it a hair, but still came down on top of Miles Hawkins like Super Mario coming down on a Goomba.
Series of kicks now from Legacy. Hawkins reverses and tosses Legacy into the corner, misses there. Going for a pin, nope, guess not.
A little bit of misdirection there.
Oh, that cutter.
Well set up by Legacy. That pin was a misdirect.
Oh,
almost gets the 3.
So close.
That initial pin was a misdirect. He wanted Hawkins to back off a little bit to clear space for that cutter. That is next level ring generalship.
If you take a look, though, for Miles Hawkins, though, just the endurance and his ability to kick out of that.
Yeah, the crowd thought it was 3. It was as close can be.
This is what we're talking about, though, when we talk about Miles Hawkins and that 99. It's that level of perfection that allows him to get out of situations like that. But Legacy now picking him up, trying to at least.
Looks like Miles Hawkins playing a little bit of possum there, just leaning all his weight on the back of Legacy's neck so he could free himself out with some elbows.
Legacy now, whoa, takes a clothesline but stays on his feet. And another.
Sean Legacy just incredible pain tolerance, incredible ability to withstand punishment. It's a quick backslide
Going
for
for
a
the
one.
pin.
Miles Hawkins out of that one quickly.
Picks him up. Oh!
Just a
Are
two
you
on the
kidding
run.
me?
This one delivering every bit we thought it would. Legacy out the back door.
Oh!
Poison Rana to Miles Hawkins.
One more. Take him up again.
Tiger
Thunderbolt.
driver.
Sure.
No, just a two. Somehow Miles Hawkins escapes again.
These two giving it everything they've got here at AXW. Honor, leaving it all in the ring, beating the hell out of each other.
I know there's a lot of Shawn Legacy fans out there. They want to blame it on the official, but that was all Miles Hawkins powering out of that one.
Legacy trying to rally the crowd now.
It is unthinkable, unbelievable that Miles Hawkins can withstand what he is withstanding, but it is all his ability to withstand that punishment to fight back. But Shawn Legacy sensing he has the victory within his clutches right now at his fingertips.
Picking Miles Hawkins up.
Hawkins backing off, begging now.
He just needs a moment or so to collect his wits.
Saying, I don't want any more. And the referee getting in between them. There's no timeouts in wrestling, but he might have been checking for an injury.
Absolutely, after all that damage he took. Now Hawkins
Handful of tights. Just a two.
gets caught, coming in. Oh!
Gets caught again with that kick to the jaw. And now Shawn Legacy firing up, coming across the ring. Oh my goodness, Hawkins!
Wait.
1, 2. No!
Unbelievable. These two back and forth.
A counter so beautiful I could not put it in the words, P. Carter. A flipping power slam out of nowhere. Miles Hawkins showing off unbelievable athleticism, unbelievable ring awareness.
Just the explosive offense from these two, able to pull moves from just out of nowhere.
I know I put the hard sell on this one, but they are more than living up to the hype as Shawn Legacy fires back.
Hawkins now strikes of his own.
Two
Back
for
and
one
forth.
special for
Oh.
Legacy. And you can hear AXW Nation has made their choice. They love Shawn Legacy, but even they have to deepen their hearts respect Miles Hawkins, who is still not down. He is dazed, he is up.
Picking him up in his torture rack type move.
But no, Hawkins escapes.
Stomps on the foot. Kick to the midsection.
Surgical strikes from Hawkins, but he's caught.
Oh no! Legacy's got him.
Galaxy Driver.
Out of this world. BP, that was everything that you said it would be and more. An absolute barn burner between these two. Miles Hawkins and his offense, his resilience, taking Shawn Legacy to the very edge. The Legacy coming out with the win.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I am speechless. That was, at some point the commentator brain leaves, the fan brain enters, and that happened in that match for sure. And now we're going to get a word with the winner, Shawn Legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Galaxy's only hero, Super Shawn Legacy.
Fans showing their appreciation.
Shawn, I gotta know, what does this victory mean for you tonight? Oh man, I don't know. It means a lot to me because you guys were behind me the whole time. You guys rocked. And I like to use the word super, and you guys were super. I was just thinking
friendly. But listen, I don't care who it is, honestly. I really don't care because right now I'm 2-0 and I'm looking for a 3-0 next month. And listen, with you guys behind my back, we're gonna show Cody my legacy, and you guys are always
If you enjoyed that match, call a friend, call every wrestling fan you know, and tell them that May 25th, American Dreams here at Xcellence.tv, it is Sean Legacy and Tony Deppen one-on-one.
Mark it in your calendar, Saturday night, May 25th, it's official. Tony Deppen one-on-one with the Galaxy's only hero, Super Sean Legacy. Tickets on sale now, AXWTIS.com. Orwigsburg, are you enjoying the professional wrestling experience tonight? It's not too late to purchase 50-50 raffle tickets. Half the money to you, half the money to the Autism Society of Berks County. We'll be drawing that winner before tonight's championship main event. As the action continues right now, the following contest is set for one fall. It will have a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the American Excellence Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
Title matches, the gold. Two big title matches left. This is the first of them, and there are your challengers.
MSG and GKM looking to take the AXW Tag Team Championships from the Golden Era, and what this will be the first time these two teams have met in the ring.
The Ace of Space Academy well represented here by GKM, the little brother of LSG, the head of the Ace of Space Academy, and GKM himself. Big win in trios action against Joe Clean and the Hispanic Mechanics last month, but now it is all about the tag team titles.
They have their work cut out for them though tonight. So here's the thing with the Golden Era. They're not just born better. They look better. They smell better. They think better. They do everything better.
They cheat better.
Well, but that's still a good that's a good thing when you're better, I guess.
And that has definitely propelled them to the AXW Tag Team Championships. Whether I like it or not, whether the AXW Nation likes it or not, you cannot argue with success. And this is leg one of a two-step process for total domination for the Golden Era. Step number one, Brett Waters, Brian Morris retain their tag team titles. Step two will be later tonight in our main event. when Goldie attempts to dethrone McQuay and become the AXW champion.
Probably the biggest thing about the Golden Era, too, each one of these athletes individually is a champion, is a fantastic wrestler, technically sound, smart in the ring, in great shape, great conditioning and cardio, but you put the two of them together and they're practically unstoppable.
Cannot take anything away from the Golden Era, from their accomplishments. But you know, MSG and GKM are ready and roaring to go. They want to bring that tag team gold back to LSG. LSG is in the back right now. He is getting ready. He is getting hyped for a showdown with the Big Bad Kaiju, O'Shea Edwards, later tonight. And it's going to be a little bit easier to go through that process if he can go through it knowing that his two pupils are the new tag team champions.
Ace of Space Academy trying to rally these fans behind them. Shouldn't be too difficult, as the Golden Era is not exactly, well loved.
That's like saying taxes aren't exactly well loved. They always have those things with the lowest approval rating. Congress, higher taxes, the Golden Era. They all fit together. And right now it'll be GKM starting for the Ace of Space Academy.
Against the Wonder Boy, Brian Morris. Right now, GKM with a little bit of an advantage here.
Or as AXW Nation likes to call him, Wonder Bread Brian Morris.
No, it's not. Let's use appropriate names here, not nicknames.
So Wonder Boy's on his birth certificate.
Well, I think he's earned that nickname.
And right now, Wonder Boy with the top wrist lock on GKM, but GKM fighting his way out.
GKM grabbing a hold of Morris and just wrenching there. Morris breaks free and strikes.
That little bit of showboating. Was a difference maker. As Brian Waters made GKM pay right there.
Taking Brian Morris down. Ducks under the clothesline. Oh, catches Morris right in the face.
For raw athleticism, GKM might be the tops in this match.
And Morris is in the wrong corner. He does not want to be there with MSG.
GKM in phenomenal physical condition. Very astute tag wrestler, making that quick tag. All the pieces effort here.
Taking over. Oh, double downstairs drop kick, going for a cover, and quickly Morris is out, and Morris is looking to tag in Wet Brett.
And how often has this happened to Golden Era opponents? And there's the tag, but before that, it was what the Golden Era does so well. Smart wrestling, cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent.
MSG catching Wet Brett with that drop kick, taking him down. Now drags him back to the center of the ring, smartly away from the Golden Era corner.
Big elbow to the back of the head. And this could be a very, very tough stylistic matchup for the Golden Era, for the defending champions, because they're defending against a team that has a lot of similarities to them. But right now, it is a masterclass in utilizing that 5 count and utilizing that double team and keeping your opponent exactly where you want them to be.
Back and forth here as Brian Morris and Wet Brett Waters look to reign on the Ace of Space Academy's parade.
And there's that misdirection, the distraction, and the choke. The distraction from Morris, the choke from Waters. That is exactly what they do so well. It is why I'm a big advocate for 2 referees in tag team matches, but I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon.
Well, I mean, I think that's part of the strategy, is how you and your partner can work together to isolate and take advantage of the chaos and the confusion in the match. Now we see Waters kicking MSG in that corner.
MSG has not been more than 2 or 3 feet from that corner in a good 2-3 minutes here.
This is what I was talking about, just that ring awareness, the smartness that these two have, although Morris gets caught now. MSG over the top.
Under there, through the back door, and in comes GKM. And GKM in a house of fire, double clotheslines.
Taking down both members of the Golden Era. Oh, and a kick on the Wonder Boy.
And this is what GKM wants to do, push the pace. Really going into that more modern style. The Golden Era, very much throwbacks to a classic era of tag team wrestling. And there you see GKM with that very modern style getting a 2 count.
That is the thing with the Ace of Space Academy, widely traveled. They have wrestled and competed all over the country, all over the world. Getting that exposure and experience. But look at that. How quickly it turns, and that's just a beautiful drop kick from Brian Morris, tagging back Wet Brett Waters into the ring. And here's that double team effort.
In concert, their bodies moving as one, synchronized, are Waters and Morris.
Brett Waters trying to drag GKM into the deep end of the pool. We can finish him off.
And the body positioning, just the little things. The Golden Era do the little things so well. You can always see that both Morris and Waters right now, they keep their bodies between their opponent and their opponent's partner.
Dragging GKM back into the corner. Morris back into the ring. Shot to the midsection.
That was an uppercut. He got under the side and right into the weakest part of the rib cage, right where it connects to the sternum.
See, this is the one thing that the Golden Era cannot afford to do, and that is get distracted by the crowd. So we see GKM take him right back into that corner. They are hunters, and right now the Ace of Space Academy is their prey. And they are just staying on top of them, not letting anybody get any room.
One of the real major keys to success in professional wrestling is making your opponent wrestle your match. And right now, the Ace of Space Academy are wrestling the Golden Era's match, and it's going right here.
Look at this.
MSG occupying the referee, allowing Wonder Boy Brian Morris to choke the life out of GKM in the corner. GKM trying everything he can, though, to fight back out. Running out of energy, but elbows to
Morris, and out. Wet Brett, so close GKM, but Brett takes him down. Just when you think you've got the answers, no, I can't say it, but you know the Golden Era changed the questions, but yeah.
And Waters now right back on his opponent. MSG trying to will the crowd back into this one, and very methodical here. Just stretching out the arms, putting some pressure on the lungs of GKM. Trying to sap him of that energy to have that higher impact, higher flying style. And it doesn't hurt when you knock the partner off the apron either. No tags.
Absolutely not, no tags there, and I have to give the Golden Era credit. They have wrestled up to this point, which you'd have to say is almost a perfect match. Their strategy clearly executed here. Oh!
Until there,
Until
GKM
there.
with the big counter, the unprettier. Has to get to that corner though, has to bring in MSG. MSG's gonna grab that tag rope.
MSG back into that corner now. As Brett's crawling, he's crawling to the wrong corner.
Very rarely do you see a loss of ring awareness from Brett Waters, but right there momentarily he was a little confused of where he was, but he gets to the tag first. Wonder Boy back in, MSG in.
Morris charging right into the fray. Max up to the middle turnbuckle. Oh! Catches Morris with that spinning elbow.
And a super kick for Brett Waters, the fresher man in. Excellent drop kick to Wonder Boy.
I gotta tell you, BP, I've lost track of who the legal men are at this point. So much back and forth. Oh!
I know it is MSG. I believe we did get the tag to Wonder Boy. I believe these are your two legal men. And yes, there's the cover. 1, 2, and just barely.
Those tag team championships were just a hair's breadth away from changing hands.
Brett Waters saving the Golden Era from starting the night off on a very down note. Stunner from MSG. Standing Enziguri.
Waters is rocked and out of the ring now. Morris trying to make his way to his feet. catches a boot from MSG. GKM tagged back into the ring now.
Now we're seeing some great tag team work from the challengers from the Ace of Space Academy. But there you see, out of nowhere, Brett Waters stops the springboard dive, but GKM is gonna fly.
Oh!
Somersault senton takes out Wet Brett. Now he's got his eyes set on Wonder Boy.
Going up top.
Brian Morris is all the way across. He's calling timeout. That's not going to work.
Ducks under. Oh!
That'll work.
See.
That'll work.
That is classic Brian Morris right there. Just so fast, so powerful and deadly with those feet. Tagging in Wet Brett.
That ring awareness of Brett Waters to get right into that corner to grab that tag rope to get in. But MSG will not let them make a 2-on-1. The springboard connects this time.
Cutter on Brett.
And here we go. We could see new tag team champions. MSG going to the top. If he can hit this, it is all over for the golden era, you would have to think. Big splash!
He hits that splash.
1, 2. No, the referee pulled out.
Morris admonishing the referee. How dare he do his job and count GKM to the outside now.
I believe Wonder Boy Brian Morris was daring the referee to disqualify him, knowing that would, there's that low blow.
Low blow. Where's the ref? Back in the ring. Come on, count this.
And there you
go. So smart. Wet Brett Waters reigning on the parade of the Ace of Space Academy as the Golden Era retain their tag team championships here tonight at AXW Honor.
It was a no-lose situation for the Golden Era. If they are disqualified for pulling the referee out, they retain their titles. A low blow and a roll-up, they retain their titles. They put themselves in a perfect situation and they will walk out still the AXW Tag Team Champions.
That said though, the Ace of Space Academy, they're not going anyplace. We will be seeing them here in an AXW ring again, I'm certain of that.
Not the way they wanted to go so far. A very, very strong performance in the ladder match, but it did not end in a win for Colton Charles, and now the tag team of MSG and GKM unable to secure the tag team titles, but the head of the academy up next.
Will be joining us before tonight's championship main event. 6 for $5 is the way to go. Half the money goes directly to the Autism Society of Berks County. The other half directly to the lucky winner. Tonight is all about American Excellence Wrestling Honor as our star-studded showcase continues with this next bout. It'll have a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring like Jay Georgia, weighing 265 pounds. The one true guy
And one of the highlights of the night tonight has been all the great work we've done to benefit the Berks County Autism Society, including that big ladder match. Last year's Robbie Rumble winner, the 2023 Autism champion, that man right there, O'Shea Edwards.
This should be a tremendous match here as we get ready for the head of the Ace of Space Academy, LSG.
And when you see the things that the big bad kaiju O'Shea Edwards does to LSG here tonight, remember LSG asked for this. LSG called out. He called O'Shea Edwards' name. He wanted this. They never made it happen in Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor did not want this level of destruction in their ring. They were, some say, too afraid.
And this is off to a quick start here.
This is exactly why. O'Shea Edwards is tenacious. O'Shea Edwards is powerful. O'Shea Edwards is not here for fun. He is here to win, as is LSG.
The trick here is, how do you stop a kaiju?
You don't.
Well, that's they destroy cities, they destroy islands, they're radioactive, they're dangerous. So LSG may have bitten. I mean, he asked for this match, but he might regret that.
And now LSG backed into that corner. Just Bealed with one hand.
Catches Edwards with that elbow over the top, but the size of O'Shea Edwards, and now a little hip action there as he picks up LSG, tossing him into the ropes.
There are a lot of very strong people in professional wrestling. O'Shea Edwards is certainly one of them. But it is how he balances that power with a technical acumen, with great balance that you just saw right there. And speaking of great balance, look at LSG go.
Ducks over that, catches Edwards that time.
Oh no, don't let this spill out in the streets of Orwigsburg. They will level the city. This has to be contained here.
That is what kaiju do. Of course, you know, BP, yesterday was LSG's birthday, so happy belated birthday to him. And if he were to win this match tonight, what a tremendous gift to himself.
As I was mentioning between matches here, it has been such a little bit of a tough night for the Ace of Space Academy, but a lot of that gets relayed. The pain of you losing the tag titles, or not claiming the tag titles, I should say, probably not erased, but a win here, the respect that LSG will gain from defeating O'Shea Edwards is a huge step in the right direction, but that is also easier said than done.
Right now, LSG taking it to O'Shea Edwards on the outside.
Pushing aside Jay Haru, and then eating a quick uppercut.
Smacking his face off the top, well, actually off that ring apron there, dazing LSG, and again.
Breaking the count, very smart. Again, O'Shea Edwards has so many tools at his disposal. So does LSG, though. Every time I try to talk about how great O'Shea Edwards is, LSG does something incredible.
Over the top, look how fast LSG is. Sending Edwards into that corner now.
He's like a matador in there. And that is what LSG is going to have to do, and he's smart. He knows he's got to stick and move. If he stands in front of O'Shea Edwards and tries to fight him in a phone booth, it's not going to end well.
Even with these chops and kicks, though, Edwards has not left his feet.
Very hard to take a guy like O'Shea Edwards off his feet. There's that old saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But what they always leave out is they don't fall quite as often.
They don't fall, or as easily.
LSG trying to will the crowd into this one. But the intelligence, the intelligent monster, the intelligent kaiju, O'Shea Edwards.
LSG up top now.
Big body press.
Going for that cover, and Edwards quickly out of that.
LSG did everything right. Great extension, great form. Hit exactly how he wanted to hit. 1 count. That is what it's like to wrestle O'Shea Edwards.
This is the thing, though. You can't give O'Shea Edwards a moment to breathe here.
Nope.
LSG needs to stay on him. We see what happens. Caught him. Takes him over.
Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. LSG right down on the back.
The last thing that LSG wants is for O'Shea Edwards to actually get his hands on him, pick him up, and put him anyplace.
A throw like that not only does it send a shockwave up your spine, it knocks the wind out of you. It rattles you. If your head hits the back of the mat, it can scramble your brains. And now a big boot choke all the way out of the ring.
LSG to the floor. Referee begins the count. Jay Haru giving a peace of mind to LSG, it looks like.
They always say there are 2 very important meetings between wrestlers, their first meeting, their last meeting. This is the first meeting for LSG and LSG and O'Shea Edwards. Maybe not the last.
Choking now, LSG on that rope.
And now O'Shea with the hip.
Oh!
The speed he came in on with that.
The impact.
A lot of times you'll see guys leave their feet for that maneuver. They'll leave their feet to get some air. O'Shea Edwards went for velocity.
What you see right now from O'Shea Edwards is the confidence. Look at this. Just taking his time, casually covering LSG.
1 count. LSG's not going to stand for that disrespect.
But did you see that there? A big smile on O'Shea Edwards' face. He is enjoying himself.
He's inflicting pain. He loves this.
Beating the stuffing out of LSG.
And now dropping his hips, dropping his tailbone right across the small of LSG's back.
That's smart wrestling right there, BP, because LSG relies on his speed. He relies on that high-flying offense. And if that lower back is giving him any kind of trouble, that's just going to slow him down and take him out of the fight.
And you might think, why not attack the knee? Why not attack the ankle, the foot, the leg, something like that? If your lower back is hurt, you can't move. If you don't believe that, you're probably very young. You'll get old enough, your back will hurt.
LSG tossed to the outside, further damage to that back as he lands on the outside. Edwards taking his time, gingerly making his way out to pick up LSG. What malfeasance is he about to get up to?
He wants us to be quiet.
It's like golf.
Yes, O'Shea Edwards lining up the shot. Misses and chops post.
That was, he sliced that. I guess it was a shank. I'm not really a golf guy. But in any case, Edwards damaging his hand. Takes a chop now from LSG.
They may have to put a 9 irons worth of steel in the O'Shea Edwards hand and put it back together after that one.
See, now that is something that is going to benefit LSG because we've got the strength and power of O'Shea Edwards, but if he can't use that hand, I mean, he may be able to pick up LSG with one, but still.
Yeah, so much of your power is in your grip. And there's that bear hug, putting the pressure on that lower back. Pinpoint targeting, not just the back, but the lower back.
O'Shea Edwards so smart. It's not just the cruelty, it's the intelligence behind it.
O'Shea Edwards compressing that sciatic nerve right now, squeezing the breath out of LSG. It's like a boa constrictor. It allows you to breathe out, but as you breathe out, it gets tighter and tighter, and it doesn't allow you to breathe back in.
LSG trying to elbow his way out of here.
The bell clap does the trick.
But LSG now can barely get to his feet, using the ropes to try to bring himself up, and he just gets run into by O'Shea Edwards.
And those, if you've never been near a wrestling ring, those ropes are not, they're not rope, they're cables.
They're elevator cables, yep.
They are cables, and when LSG's back bounces up against that cable, it is just going to send a shockwave of pain reverberating through his entire body.
But LSG fighting back now, using his feet as best he can. But Edwards gets that. Oh, look at that. Look at that agility from LSG. He's got Edwards rocked.
LSG trying to clear that runway, but no.
Not for long. Ducks under.
Very well placed right hand. And a few more.
This is where we're talking about the speed of LSG, being able to duck and dodge.
With those strikes, you can keep your distance a little bit. Might want to work some kicks into there, but with his back as in the shape it is, he might not be able to throw a kick. A punch may be all he can do.
Look at that, connecting, and now Edwards down on his knees, catching his breath.
That rib cage definitely hurting from those bear hugs, those suplexes. The lower body of LSG will not be the same after this one. That is safe to say, win, lose, or draw.
Reverses into the corner now, LSG. Edwards goes in and catches a boot to the face.
And there's that space.
Look at that. Flying off that middle turnbuckle, going for a cover.
The ace of space creates some space and almost gets a 3 count off of it.
And we see it, LSG starting to fire up.
And you can see him grabbing that back as much as that adrenaline's pumping. That pain is such that it is not going away. Now trying to lift.
This is just that this is anger on LSG's part, because if he was using his brain, he would know with his back not to pick up a man, or try to pick up a man the size of O'Shea Edwards. And now Edwards tries to pick up LSG.
I can't imagine trying to pick up O'Shea Edwards at 100%, let alone whatever limited percentage LSG is right now.
Well, I mean, O'Shea Edwards is the last true heavyweight in professional wrestling. He'll tell you that. LSG ducking that closing. Hey, he gets
O'Shea
him
is up.
He got him up. Wow.
Gonna take him to space.
Driving him into the mat.
LSG has to capitalize here. 1, 2, no.
Just barely kicking out.
You can see the frustration in LSG's eyes when you give somebody the best you've got and it doesn't work. It's not good enough.
It's just an impressive feat of strength, though, from LSG to get him up and over. Now trying to get this crowd into this match, get them fired up as he's going up top.
LSG taking it to the sky.
And Edwards is still down in the ring, slowly rising.
Jay Huru with a handful of the handle on the boot here. Kicked off. LSG cleared for takeoff.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. The power of O'Shea Edwards.
Just catching LSG in midair.
Was not able to connect with that Kaiju driver though. LSG escapes, hits the enziguri. Caught again though. Oh no.
Picking him up.
Kaiju driver.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
O'Shea Edwards just dominant tonight. A lot of fight in LSG. He gave it everything he had. Some impressive feats of strength. He used his speed. He used his skill. But in the end, he was no match for the power and the raw brutality of O'Shea Edwards.
Yeah, sometimes you can do everything right, but you just run into a freight train. And that is exactly what happened to LSG tonight. I think O'Shea Edwards, the way he wrestled a near perfect match. Could have beaten just about anyone in professional wrestling. And returns to AXW with a big win.
I need to catch my breath after that match. Holy cow.
We got one left to go, but it is a big one. Much respect to LSG, who left it all in the ring. And now we pivot toward our main event for the AXW Championship. Goldie tries to complete the sweep for the golden era by taking that AXW Championship from the American Hammer, Matt Quay.
Can you imagine if Goldie wins the championship? How happy they will be.
How insufferable they will be. Even more than now. They're so insufferable now, and they'll be even more insufferable.
I mean, I'm just going to say, I'm hoping that Goldie wins because I really want an invite to the Golden Era after party.
The Autism Society Press County Raffle
the 50-50 blue tickets, $180. Can I get a child volunteer to pick the winner? You were quick. What's your name? Logan. Logan, you ready? I'm gonna listen up. Logan, no pressure. Logan, Logan, Logan. Thank you, Logan. Logan says $180 goes to blue ticket 20919-049. 20919-049. We'll give him a minute to breathe in. It's a lot of money. 20919-049. Bueller? Anyone? That's you. What's your name, brother? Byron. Byron, you want to get your ticket? Yes, sir.
World title match just moments away here. What a night it has been at Honor Autism Acceptance. And this is what AXW is all about, community, bringing everybody together, having a great night.
And remember, we return back here to the Orwigsburg Veterans Community Memorial Hall Saturday night, May the 25th. Tickets on sale now, AXW, TNS.com. But that said, this is now, and I'll leave you five folks with one final question. And that is, who's got time for one more match? That's pretty good, but I know we got a little bit left. As I said, who's got time for one more match? Oh yeah, that's the set I've been looking for. And away we go live from the Orwigsburg Veterans Community Memorial Hall. Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. Hold on to your seats as this is your American Excellence Wrestling Honor main
And here comes the challenger, David Goldie, along with other members of the Golden Era, Wet Brett Waters, the Wonder Boy Brian Morris.
No, I believe he's sending them back.
Well, look at that. That is the confidence of Goldie.
Never, never, never lacking that is our challenger tonight. The man who says he was born better.
That's not just a statement, that's an attitude, that is a lifestyle, that is the embodiment of everything that is the Golden Era.
Picking on children.
That kid started that. You go back and watch that on replay. Let's see. Will Macquay send Papa Quay to the back, just like Goldie
I have only ever seen Papa Quay get involved if someone gets involved first with him. But as they settle out in the early 90s, it is hammer time. The American Hammer in the front, Papa Quay in the back. You never know when you're going to need an extra official. There could be a ref shirt under there for all we know.
Don't get me started on that. You know, I don't agree with Tommy Vex on everything, but what Matt Quay and Papa Quay did to Tommy Vex last month, if they do that again here tonight to Goldie, someone's going to have to look into that. Absolute injustice. And here's the thing. Matt Quay is just such a phenomenal wrestler. He has the skill and the talent. He doesn't need the help of Papa Quay. Let's face it. But I guess it's good to have that.
I think he knows those members of the Golden Era are probably lurking. They might not be out in front, but they are most likely lurking.
Crowd squarely behind the American Hammer.
The embodiment of that anthracite country work ethic, Matt Quay. And we're going to throw it one last time to David Adams for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you tonight by Pilgrim Brewing in association with the Autism Society of Berks County and STF Media. It is now time for your American Excellence Wrestling Honor featured bout of the evening. It will have a 30-minute time limit scheduled for one fall. And it is for the American Excellence Wrestling Championship. When the bell sounds, the man in command, your AXW senior official, Mr. Ben Barnett. And now, the gladiators who get set for this epic main event title fight battle. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my left, representing the Golden House. And weighing in at 215 pounds, the challenger. This is Goldie.
Goldie already taking some swings there at Papa Quay.
I'll be devil's advocate. If you're going to be at ringside,
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponents.
it could happen.
To my right, accompanied to the ring this evening by Papa Quay. And fighting out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, holding an official weight of 206 pounds, he is your current reigning and defending American Excellence Wrestling Champion, the American Hammer, Matt Quay.
And it has all been building up to this, our main event of the evening, the AXW Championship on the line. And more than that, more than that, a battle of philosophies. Goldie, who says he is born better, born for this, born for excellence, born for championship glory, and Matt Quay. And I know you're very familiar, very familiar with Goldie, Pete Carter. But let me tell you something about Matt Quay. I saw Matt Quay when he was first getting his start here in professional wrestling, when he could not afford trunks, tights of his own, and had to use hand-me-downs, had to fight and claw and scratch for everything he had. He was not born better, he made himself the best, and that is what he is putting on the line tonight.
Well, I mean, just take one look at Matt Quay. You can see all the hard work that he's put in. He looks phenomenal. These fans, they love him, and he has made his way to the top here at AXW. But don't underestimate Goldie. Goldie and his abilities has trained him. He may have been born better, but he has also worked hard. So this is going to be a great matchup between these two young competitors, both destined for greatness.
And there you see it right in the center, the collar and elbow tie-up, the jockeying for position. Both of these wrestlers in incredible physical condition. Both of these wrestlers could go a long time. I know it's been a long night already, but hunker down. We might be here a while.
100% you are on the money there.
Very few holes in either wrestler's game, very few flaws either wrestler possesses, and that's why Matt Quay is a champion. That's why Goldie is the #1 contender.
Goldie, of course, I'm told, has been on a bit of a win streak here in AXW.
I believe one of the last times he tasted defeat, other than in a cage match, an elimination cage match, which was wild, which was won by Matt Quay. It was when he was defeated by Andy Hedder, brass knuckles on a pole, but that was a long time ago, and Goldie has improved tenfold in that time.
Right now, though, the American Hammer with control of Goldie's left arm, having him down on the mat.
And of course, Goldie with several wins over Hedder as well. But that has nothing to do with right now where the hammerlock is applied. Matt Quay, though, with a very creative escape attempt, does free himself from the grasp of Goldie.
Now just cutting off Goldie's oxygen there, making him work hard to get out of that.
But Goldie goes right through those hands, secures the side headlock there. Almost a pinning combination. Our official there very close in, checking those shoulders, making sure.
I'll tell you, this is an interesting start, BP, to this match. As you see both of them showcasing their scientific skills, their mat wrestling abilities. We haven't seen a lot of punches, not a lot of chops or anything like that. They're just going back and forth, trying to kind of outclass each other and show this crowd how great they really are.
It's not only that, but they know they could be in a long one. There's no 15-minute time limit here. There's no 20-minute time limit. This is a title match. This could be in those deep waters, those championship rounds, so to speak. 30, 45 minutes, an hour. And we could be here again for quite a while. And they are both pacing themselves, two very smart wrestlers.
Well, hopefully it doesn't go too long. Papa Quay has a bedtime. I think he needs to be in by 9:45.
Oh, Papa Quay's going to party all night if the American Hammer gets the win here.
Goldie sent into the ropes, leapfrog by Quay. Goldie over again.
Papa Quay will be down with our sponsors at Pilgaroo Brewing. He'll be in my neck of the woods. And now a side headlock by Quay. Locked on, cinched in.
Squeezing Goldie's head. That pressure on the ears, definitely uncomfortable, but just makes it hard to breathe, hard to think.
But here you see the athleticism of Goldie, not even having to turn around. Beautiful back or leapfrogs. And you could see also in that headlock, just Quay leaning on Goldie, putting that pressure, the upper body on him.
Dare I say, these two have actually been respectful,
yes,
towards each other, surprisingly.
I'm not going to say I'm not without my skepticism, but Goldie has sent the Golden Era to the back, has sent Waters and Morris to the back. He is wrestling A very clean match here, a very, oh, beautiful sunset flip by Quay, almost gets the 3 count into a cravat of sorts, into a neck crank.
And Goldie takes him over, rolls in the reversal. There's that chop.
Incredible counter wrestling from both competitors, especially Goldie there. I'll give him his credit, I'll give him his flowers there.
Quay now with chops. And the American Hammer just hammering on the back and shoulders.
He didn't get that
of Goldie.
He did not get that nickname for no reason.
Goldie chopping away. Now going into the corner and just grabbing a hold of Quay's head.
Goldie, a very, very capable striker in his own right. Showing it right there with that big forearm in the corner.
But Matt Quay reverses.
The
chops
hammer.
Goldie, yes.
Returning fire.
And tying Goldie up in those ropes.
And what you are definitely seeing here, Pete, is that slowdown, what you were talking about earlier, that methodical approach. I don't think either wrestler wants to be the first to make a mistake because they know how good their opponent will be at capitalizing on it.
Absolutely, I'm sure both of these two have scouted the other out very thoroughly.
No stranger to one another. No stranger whatsoever.
Forearms down to the side of Quay's head, has him rocked a little bit. Goldie giving himself a round of applause.
Of course, throughout most of 2023, Matt Quay, and 2022 for that matter, Matt Quay was chasing that AXW title. Now he is the hunted, and Goldie has him firmly in his sights, but Quay able to fight back.
He's grabbing him now. Is he going to try to suplex him to the outside?
Yes, he is on the apron now.
Wow, dangerous territory here for both of these men. It's the hardest part of the ring.
Matt Quay's about to find that out firsthand.
Knock him out.
Vicious DDT.
Wow.
And that cannot be easy for Papa Quay to stand back and watch.
Not at all. That's going to be a real test for Papa Quay to see if he can keep his temper in check if things get tough for his little boy. Goldie rolling out now.
Does not want to win this one by countout. He wants to be the champion. It is not going to be mission accomplished for Goldie in the golden era if he says, I beat the champ by countout, but the champ kept the title.
So Quay gets DDT'd on that ring apron. That's got to make him a little groggy. And now Goldie working on that lower back, just taking his time, methodical, thorough. Rolling back in to stop the count and going around the other side to meet Matt.
Just a brilliant approach by Goldie, but Quay is right there to meet him.
And again, smashing Matt Quay's back into the side of the ring.
We talked about it when Goldie's partners in the golden era, Waters and Morris, were wrestling. Just that situational awareness, knowing where you are in the ring at all times, using the ring to your advantage. Goldie, that high wrestling IQ is right there with him as well.
And both of these men need to pay attention to the referee's count. They've been outside for a while now.
Especially Goldie, a double count out. Quay retains the title. He wants to beat Goldie 1, 2, 3, I'm sure. But I'm sure he'll accept retaining his title on a double count out here as well.
Goldie just clocked him.
And now it is Goldie, still methodical, still taking his time, just driving a knee right between the shoulder blades, and another.
That makes sense after doing that damage to the lower back on the outside. Now just strikes to the upper back.
Vicious soccer-style kicks.
Make it difficult for Matt Quay to move. But Quay's firing up here. He's fine as he's digging deep down inside. Oh!
Thumb to the eye from Goldie.
Boy, the ref saw that. Matt Quay might not be seeing anything out of that eye for a few moments, but referee on top of things.
The official admonishing Goldie, but this is a championship match. It's like a playoff game in any sport. The referee is going to sit on his whistle a little bit. He's going to let the wrestlers wrestle to a certain degree, and that is definitely to that degree.
So that the scientific display and the show of respect earlier, we're starting to see a little bit of the The cruelty and arrogance.
We're starting to see the
from
real
Goldie.
Goldie. We're
Yeah.
starting to see the real Goldie is what we're starting to see.
Right now, both of those men just landed blows on each other.
Goldie checking to see if he's got a loose tooth. Still checking.
Yeah.
Quay fighting to his feet in the middle of the ring.
Goldie grabbing a hold of Matt Quay, trying to pull him out. Oh,
Elbow after elbow to the throat.
just twisting. Oh,
Still attacking the throat of the American Hammer, driving Quay's throat into the point of that apron. That is where there's no padding. That padding, it folds over, but it's such a tight fold that it might as well just be pure wood.
that's the thing. If you take a look, both of these men, but really Goldie, smartly using every aspect, every part of the ring as part of the offense.
I misspoke, not even wood, steel. That is where the wood ends and the steel begins, but there goes
Way over
Quay.
the top.
Caught with a big right hand. Goldie caught him in the air
Right smack in the middle of the forehead.
with a cross. Goldie's got to get Quay back in that ring. He could pin him right here. He might be knocked out. Quay might be out.
at
Don't
this.
do jumping jacks. Pin him. And
I'm questioning
blatant
Goldie's strategy here.
show of disrespect to Papa Quay. The Hammer getting up now. Goldie waiting. He wants to see if the Hammer can get back into his own volition. Papa Quay on his way over to shout words of encouragement. Probably going to tell him what Goldie just did.
Trying to get him fired up.
That blatant disrespect.
If anyone can motivate Matt Quay, it's Papa Quay. Oh,
Matt Quay can't even stand. 6 count now.
if I'm Goldie,
Quay is in.
oh, just barely.
Quay is in, but he is not 100%, not even close. And now Goldie raining punches.
Going to work.
If
Nothing scientific about this.
This is the difference between mixed martial arts and professional wrestling. Right now in mixed martial arts, this referee would be calling it off. But it's just
So
a 2 count here.
close.
Oh, Matt Quay.
That's the spirit and the heart of Matt Quay.
Matt Quay is hurting. Matt Quay.
This crowd trying to rally Matt Quay.
Fighting back with everything he's got.
Oh, Goldie into the corner with him. Now fighting his way out. Blows to the head, blows to the body.
And we can see those 10 hammers.
Matt Quay hammering in the morning, hammering in the evening, hammering all over the land. Off the top rope, takes Goldie out.
And he switches from the hammer to the axe handle there. But nonetheless, Matt Quay. I always say this about Riley Crow, but Matt Quay probably the most gifted striker in all of AXW.
Big splash now, and Goldie feeling some of the pain.
Matt Quay turning up the tempo a little bit here. Could be sensing an opportunity. Goldie out the back door of that suplex, though.
And the momentum of this match is changing very quickly in favor of the American Hammer.
Quay cannot springboard to the top. Lost his footing. Goldie capitalizes immediately.
So smart. Goldie adjusting on the fly, catching him with that knee, going for a cover.
So close.
We know it's going to take a lot to put either one of these competitors out.
But that was a great job of Goldie capitalizing on the miscue by Matt Quay. Could not get his footing. These two have been at this for a while now. Those ropes are likely drenched with sweat. Matt Quay slips. Goldie delivers a knee and almost delivers the AXW championship off of it.
Goldie, of course, John, and giving some whatnot to Matt Quay down there. Got a slap in the face for his troubles. Now trying to,
Matt Quay with a roll-up. 1, 2, and just
So-
a 2.
oh, he just plastered that boot right into the side of Matt Quay's head.
Goldie showing off his striking prowess as well. Going for that fisherman.
Quay fighting it, blocking it. Both these men starting to show a slight sign of fatigue, but look at this.
Small package. 1, 2, only 2.
Quay chopping Goldie now, blows to the head. These two back and forth fighting, giving everything they have. The AXW championship on the line.
Goldie fights out of that fireman's carry. But Quay flipping out of the belly to back suplex, ducks the kick.
Quay picks him up. Oh, and Goldie gets out. Oh, that's the second blow to Quay's head in a matter of moments, going for the cover.
Matt Quay being rocked with big strike after big strike. In the fight game, they talk about significant strikes. Goldie way, way, way ahead on significant strikes right now.
Taking his time, but you have the advantage. You need to press it here. But Goldie, he's starting to show, looks like he's a little bit frustrated here.
And he's done such a great job. He has capitalized on every mistake Matt Quay has made, but he is still not the AXW champion. He is learning,
might be out on his feet.
Goldie learning now what it takes, the tenacity. You can give it everything you've got, and sometimes it's just not enough when you're fighting somebody the caliber of Matt Quay. Goldie learning that now, but uncorking a big hit.
And look at this. Quay digging in, down deep, finding that energy and power and coming back.
Goldie may have broken his hand. He was checking his hand after that punch. And that gave Quay the opening.
Going in, oh, Goldie just dropping down.
Goldie fighting his way out of whatever Quay is planning, maybe a pile driver, maybe a power bomb, but it's gonna be a backdrop from Goldie.
Collecting themselves now in the ring. Goldie up to his knees, Quay still down.
The American Hammer now. Writhing in pain. Goldie first to his feet by quite a large margin as well.
But Quay is powering up. What is Goldie doing here? Oh, there we go.
Picking his spots, targeting that head.
Chops from Quay. Oh, Goldie with the shoulder tackles in the corner.
Going to work now on Quay's ribs. Attacking, attacking, attacking.
Grabbing him by the hair, climbing up now to the second rope.
Mocking Matt Quay and his signature hammer punches. Going for a set of 10 of his own is Goldie. And look at Matt Quay's arms. Matt Quay's arms just drooping lifeless in the corner. Finally, Matt Quay able to push Goldie off.
Ducking under. Oh, Goldie into the ring post.
Those legs came up, may have knocked Matt Quay off his balance there a little bit.
Looks like the only thing that's holding Matt Quay up right now is that top rope with his hand on it.
Quay possesses so much upper body strength. He could be going for that hammer. He could want to, that could end it right here, right now.
He's getting up.
Overshot his target a little bit. Goldie with Quay now. Nope, sunset flip. 1, 2. No, just a 2. So close.
Such an amazing match between these two. So competitive back and forth. These two so evenly matched.
Quay now has the neck crank locked in.
And wait a second. Oh.
And there they are. And it was bound to happen.
Wet Brett Waters, the Wonder Boy Brian Morris coming out, but immediately met and intercepted by Papa Quay.
Papa Quay is going to turn this into a one-man lumberjack match, standing in the way of the Golden Era. Wait a second! That's O'Shea Edwards.
What?
That's Jay Haru. attacking McQuay.
Oh! Oh, and now Papa Quay just got knocked out.
Sickening.
Looks like the whole Quay clan's getting involved.
That Quay family is nuts. They could, but I don't know if they're nuts enough to get in there with the kaiju, maybe.
Nobody. If you're not a trained wrestler, do not get in the ring with O'Shea Edwards.
If you are a trained wrestler, don't get in the ring with O'Shea Edwards.
Amen. And now,
an unholy alliance formed, it looks like, between O'Shea Edwards.
But look at Goldie.
Jay Haru.
Goldie does not look happy about any of this.
Well, he knows this match has been thrown out. He will not win the AXW Championship tonight, but he may put the hammer out.
Oh, here comes the
Space
locker room.
Academy in.
Clear in the ring. My goodness.
LSG and company sends the golden era, O'Shea Edwards and Jay Haru packing before more damage can be done to the champion, and still the champion, McQuay. And here comes Commissioner Andrew Weinberg to lay down the law.
Chaos here at AXW Honor following our main event.
I'm sick and tired of not having a winner in a match like this, right? Listen to me. You guys want a match? There's a new sheriff in town. May 25th. You want a match? You're going to get a match. May 25th at American Dream. When the 5 of you take on the 5 of you.
Whoa, my goodness.
Goldie is livid.
There will be a winner at American Dreams. It is official. Commissioner Andrew Weinberg lays it down. Ace of Space Academy and McQuay against the Golden Era, Jay Haru, and the Big Bad Kaiju, O'Shea Edwards.
That's going to be, a display of violence I can't even describe. I'm speechless.
I don't even know how that ring is going to handle the likes of Colton Charles, O'Shea Edwards, and the other 8 competitors. And McQuay is still your AXW champion. But he is much worse for wear.
Tremendous night of wrestling here, BP. Just an amazing time here for this crowd at AXW Honor.
Autism acceptance, and what a night it's been. Joe Clayton is your 2024 Autism champion. And what a night it has been for the Cowboy Pete Carter. This is BP Burke saying thank you, AXW Nation. We hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned to Xcellence.tv for more, and that is Excellence with an X, because AXW is where the X stands for excellence.